And we're back, and our next guest, why don't you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Alfred J. Lewis of Studio Nothing here in Ventura, California.
Studio Nothing is
A unique
certainly
name.
a very unique name, so explain to us what Studio Nothing is.
Studio Nothing is a commercial art, design, photography, and printing studio. It's your one-stop shop for any of your graphic needs to run a business.
And where are you located?
I'm at 141 North Ventura Avenue, Suite H, right
And-
across the street from Johnny's Mexican Food.
Wonderful, yeah, I know it, right down in West Ventura.
Mhm.
And do you have a website where people could go and see some of the work that you've done? And
I certainly do. That is www.studionothing.com.
that's pretty easy, and we'll have it down at the bottom, so it's one of the few that we don't have to spell out, which
Excellent.
is pretty good. And is there a phone number that people can get in touch with you if they want to contact you directly?
You can call me at 805-641-1085.
And how long have you been doing this, Alfred?
Well, that'll be 5 years in January.
And did you do something towards this prior to that, or is this...
Well, I sold my first piece of commercial art in 1973, long before anybody who's watching this was born. And I started my first job in commercial printing in 1981.
Okay,
Worked for 19 years at Ojai Printing and Publishing. Hi, Albert.
so you've kept up with the technological changes over these years, going from regular photography even to digital?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was quite a jump going from the traditional means of printing and traditional means of photography into digital. Digital is better.
And how do you help some of the smaller businesses that are just getting started, that are the key to what we're trying to do here?
Well, the short answer is I work cheap. It's an awfully expensive proposition for a small business to get a logo, do their branding, get their printing done. Business cards, letterhead, and envelopes can generally run pretty close to $1,000 or more, depending on how involved you want to get. I try to keep it much less expensive than that, and I try not to be too artsy-fartsy. I try to keep it just a nice blue-collar craftsman attitude.
Sure.
We're going to craft something. We're not going to ask you what sort of tree you'd like to be. We're not going to feng shui your office or anything. We just try to keep it real.
Okay, before we end, Alfred, is there anything that I have forgotten to ask you that you would like to get across to our viewing audience?
Well, you should probably be reading the Ventura Breeze. I've worked with Sheldon Brown on that now since, well, the very first issue. It's a good little newspaper, and I think you'll enjoy it.
Well, I want to thank you so much for joining
Thank you.
us in the studio, and we'll be right back.